Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look how they campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job, if they're not doing the job, then you fire them. Because you're in control. From the city to the state to Congress to the president. You run this. Okay, we're back again at Talk Labor. You're here with Jerry Williams, and we're going to do some good things for you today. We're going to bring you up to date on everything that I think you need to be up to date on. And it's really, really important. And before I go any further, I got a young man with me that has been with me for, if I tell you how many years he's been with me, you're going to start dating me. So I'm just going to introduce my research engineer, Brother Ronald Roach. Ronnie.
Hey, Jerry.
What's up, buddy?
All right.
So you went out, didn't you go to Kentucky just recently or something?
Yeah,
like
that's Southern Indiana.
Southern Indiana?
Elizabeth, Indiana, yeah.
Well, you got a girl down there or something?
Playing pool. Man.
Playing pool?
Mm-hmm.
Did you win?
Mm-mm. I made a showing, though.
You made a showing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But we got a lot of things to talk about today. There's so much going on, and one of the things I want to always kind of start this show off with is the coalition and also what's going on with the lawsuit, Ronnie. And as you can see, I got a letter from the lawyer, and
right.
Things are going good. We're talking about where we are with CTA. CTA is trying to drag as much as they can, but they really don't have too many places, too many corners that they can hide in, you know. And again, we're asking for, we're trying to make sure that we get our interests.
Right.
That's one of the things that we're asking.
That's right.
You know, that'll kind of speed it up. But people, you got to remember this. When CTA drag like this, all the attorneys, they get like up to $600 an hour. Think about that now, $600 an hour. You probably try to drag too, but we're going to light. Our attorneys are lighting the fire on them, and they are, you know, they're moving. They're moving. They're moving like a turtle, but they're moving. They can't go back to the Supreme Court. They can't take it back to appellate court. So they just try to drag as much as they can. Like, well, you know, I don't owe you this. I do owe you that, but not this. Yeah, you do. You owe us all of our money, and we want it all back. That is about where we are. Going back again, and I think our attorneys are really putting the foot to the pedal to the metal on these guys. They're going back to court to try to just straighten this stuff out in March. Going back to court means the circuit court.
Right.
That's about all they could do. The Supreme Court sent information down to the circuit court telling them to change their ruling because we meaning retirees are covered under the Illinois state constitution. That means that whatever they took from us, they got to pay us back. Okay, that's where we are. I got this letter from them, and I got the briefs, all the briefs from them, and we're gonna make those available to you when we have our next meeting. And in our next meeting also, we're gonna be talking about the elections coming up. We're gonna have our next meeting. It'll probably be after the primary elections, but it's gonna be big because they're gonna be fighting to keep the Democratic nominee out. We're gonna bring you more on that as time go on, but that's where we are with that. Now, as far as the coalition, you know, we're doing really, really good with the coalition. We're about 10 times further with the coalition than we were when we first filed that lawsuit that we won. And so just want to say, you know, people that you know, tell them that they need to talk to us about joining the lawsuit. And I'm sorry. Thank you, Ronnie. Coalition. And coalition members are retirees and people with 5 or less years
to work.
5 or less years to work where they can retire. They also can be members of the coalition. We have some. So you want to be a part of that because we want to make sure we stop them from doing some of the things that they're doing before they do it. Man, you're going to see in the show today why it's so important that we come together and stay together and don't let anybody come in between you. Everything that myself, everything that Ronald Roach, everything that all the officers in the coalition tell you, they can bag it up with facts, okay? With facts. Okay, Ronnie, so open the show up with that. What do you think about these guys and the coalition and going forward? And
I think it's excellent because I didn't realize that we have as many members. When people find out about it, because I've talked to several people, and they say, yeah, man, I want to join. People that don't know about really didn't know about the lawsuit until I told them. And I told them about the coalition. They said, yeah, just please let us know. We all want to join, you know.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're registered with the state.
Right.
And everything is always above board. If you're a coalition member, everything we got, you can come see it. You know, finances, everything. And we do ask members to join in on the finance. I think it's $60 a year dues that we ask coalition members to participate in, because we have a lot of things to do. Like this summer, late summer, we intend to go to Springfield when they're in session on the buses, but nothing's free. So we're going to ask people to continue, and we have people that do step up and do that. But everybody that's a coalition member will at one time be required to pay a $60 a year fee. Okay? All that's a part of what we're doing to make sure our pension stays solvent. Stays solvent. If you look at what's going on this pension board, you all wouldn't believe it. And when you come to the meetings, you're going to see for yourself with the documents in your hand what's going on that board. Think because we're winning this lawsuit, we get our money back, if you think that they are through, that they're okay,
Nope.
Don't work like that. It don't work like that. No, they're trying to do things right now. They're already killing these active people, but we ain't going to spend a lot of time on that because we got a lot of other stuff that we need to do. One of them is the governor, the people that's running for governor. You got 3 people actually that's contenders. That is J.B. Pritzker,
Right.
Chris Kennedy,
Right.
and Dan Biss. Dan Biss. This is the guy that wrote this damn bill that caused us all these problems.
That's right.
Now he wants to be governor. He wants to be governor. I want you to, Roach, I want you to take a look at this, and I'm going to come back and ask you some questions about it. I want you to take a look at this clip because it's unbelievable what this guy's doing. It's a lot of things. So I want you to take a look at this clip, and I'm going to come back and ask you some questions about that, okay?
TV ads, Dan Biss says he'd be a middle-class governor. But why should I believe that? For 35 years, I was a public school teacher, and during that time, I earned a pension that would be there for me when I retired. But in Springfield, Dan Biss wrote the law to cut pension benefits owed to over 450,000 workers, including teachers like me. Dan Biss wasn't looking out for me then, and I don't trust him to look out for me as governor.
Okay, Ronnie, as I promised, Dan Biss says he's the only progressive person running for governor.
Okay.
Now here's a guy that wrote a bill to destroy, and as you can see, destroy the pensioners. He also took money, attempted to take money from the public schools to give to the charter schools.
Yes, he did.
But he says that he is a progressive. You saw what Pritzker said about him. You saw what the school teacher said about him. Where, tell me what you think about Danny.
Progressively dogmatic. When you try to take the pension away from like the nurses and the teachers, you want to go in there in their pension and take something away. You want to? The schools are already being beat down now. Would they take $500 million a year from the school and give it to the downstaters?
Yep, sure did.
And now you want to take some more, but yet and still you say you have our best interests at heart. I think not.
This is why I tell people all the time: do your history on these people.
That's all.
Do your history on people that are talking about they want to be your leader, your governor, your whatever, your alderman. Do some history on it. It ain't gonna take long. And I don't care if you like them. I don't care if they take you out for a drink. You hang out with the alderman. You know, I had an alderman that I used to bowl with. Good guy. You know, but whenever he got stepped out of line, not only me, the other people, we jumped in his butt. Keep him straight. And he's a good alderman today because of us. Because he would have danced right over there to the mayor, you know. But that's what you got to do. You all saw it for yourself. You saw it for yourself. And it is totally unbelievable. Now, you got the Republicans that's running for governor. They're not running against Pritzker or Biss or Kennedy. They're running against Mike Madigan.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
You know,
that is funny.
Yeah, I called you the other day. I said, Jerry, remember I asked you, I said,
yeah.
why are they harping on Mike Madigan so bad? He's not running for anything. Mike Madigan this, Mike Madigan that, but he's not running for governor.
You know, when they do that, that makes me say, hey, maybe I need to be voting for Mike Madigan.
That's right.
You know, Mike, you sure you don't want to run for governor? Because I'm going to tell you something. People don't understand this. Mike Madigan has been for the working class people
From day one.
He's been a supporter of unions. He don't just talk about it. He's the type of person that be about it for years. And one of the things that these guys say, I don't want to, he's with them old unions. Damn it, everybody in your family was with unions. You know, when did you get so damn up in class that you can't these unions? You know, wasn't for that, you wouldn't have made it through school. I had one guy running for attorney general. Can't think of his name right now, but he says, and I'll fight Mike Madigan. I'm a Democrat. That's the problem with Democrats. I got to give Republicans the scum of the earth as far as I'm concerned, the majority of them. But I got to give them credit.
Stick together.
They will stick together. They will stick together. I don't care what it is.
They don't have to like one another, but they stick together.
They stick together. They would go off a cliff together.
Yes, sir.
You know, Democrats, first little time they'll turn on you. Oh, I hate and Mike Madigan. You know, guy, when I hear you say that, I wouldn't vote for you, and I wouldn't tell none of my friends to vote for you. You know, you should run your campaign on what you can do, not who you can attack. You know, we're sick of that. We're sick of that garbage. We're sick of that garbage. What I want to do, I know we're going to need to take another break right about here. So I'm going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about those kids that were slaughtered over there in Florida.
Right.
Got some very interesting things that you want to see. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Okay, we're back, and we want to talk about the town hall meeting they had in Florida.
Okay.
You know, with Marco Rubio and a couple of other people. And I'll tell you what. We all know about the murders that were committed by this young man.
Right.
And he had, what kind of rifle did he have?
AR-15, an assault rifle.
So how many shots can you get off in there?
That thing's about 700 rounds a minute, somewhere like close by. Yeah.
Wow, that's ridiculous. So he had this. He bought it at 17 years old. He's 18 now. He bought it at 17 years old, along with some other guns.
Right.
But he's not old enough to buy a beer. He's not old enough to buy a beer, but he can buy this assault rifle.
Yes. Can't buy a pistol.
Can't buy a pistol, but he can buy this assault rifle.
Assault rifle.
And these people have people so damn afraid, till they're afraid to speak up and say, let's get gun control. Whether you get gun control or not, they're afraid to say it. I think that if you don't just say, let's do something about these crazy people, and people that should not have guns should not be walking around here with guns.
Right.
I'm not saying to, and I don't apologize for that. And I'm not saying this just to appease you, because I'm not saying that everybody should not have a gun. Of course you need guns to protect your house, you know, and things like that. But you don't need to be walking around with these automatic weapons talking about I'm a hunter. You don't hunt deer with an automatic. You don't hunt birds with an automatic weapon.
Right.
Only thing you hunt with an automatic weapon is people. You know, you're murderers. You're cowards. You know, and that's why I think that we should be talking about doing something about that. But they had a meeting at a town hall in Florida, and I thought it was, you know, they were saying a lot of things. And I'm gonna see if you see what I'm talking about here. I've been saying for a long time, hey, they want to kill each other, let them kill them. Now they're starting to really kill.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how the shootings in Chicago, somebody gets shot, you know, and then they get, I think that's horrible.
Right.
But they shoot one or two people.
Mm-hmm.
In these cases, they shoot a ton of people.
Mass killing.
Mass killings. And, you know, they treat it like, well, it's just, you know, my kids are protected, so, you know. And you guys over there in Florida, same ones that voted for Trump. You know, now he's looking at you like, well, know how we're going to fix this? We're going to give the teachers a gun so they can shoot back. Teachers are there to teach.
Not to shoot.
We don't have Annie Oakley and Roy Rogers there. What do you think about that, Ronnie?
Well, a comedian made a statement. He said, man, you know, when you start letting the teachers carry guns, the teacher come to school with PMS today. You get out of line, bam! You know. And not to say that it couldn't happen. You know, it's not the teacher's job to protect the kids with guns. That starts at home. Why would you allow your 15 or 16-year-old kid to go out and buy AR-15? And this kid went to school one day and hid him a backpack full of ammo, so he knew that he wouldn't run out. But they knew. It was all on Facebook. Talking about he wanted to kill people, and everybody just let it pass off. He's just hurt because his mother died from pneumonia.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I got a clip here from a town hall meeting that was held with Marco Rubio in Florida, and the people really let him have it. They really let him have it. Why don't you take a look at this?
Town Hall, Senator Rubio, can you tell me right now that you will not accept a single donation from the NRA? Survivors of that high school massacre and parents of the victims confronting lawmakers and the NRA. My daughter
running down the hallway at Marjorie Stone and Douglas were shot in the back with an assault weapon, the weapon of choice.
Yes, sir.
Okay? It is too easy to get. It is a weapon of war. The fact that you can't stand with everybody in this building and say that, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're back. You know, you saw that town hall. Now, I want to show you a clip that I started watching after I saw that because I think they're full of crap. And these guys here are about as smart as Marco Rubio now. Take a look at this clip.
How's the patient, Doc?
Fine.
Why, the patient is all right. It's a boy.
Here he is, Doc.
I wonder if you can talk.
Da, 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 da,
I know the winner. A combination ticket.
Yep, I'm talking about the Three Stooges. That's who they remind me of. You know, they remind me of the Stooges because it's so silly. They are so silly. And that orange-haired guy that they got, he reminds me of Mo. You know,
Mo got way more sense, brother.
So don't insult Mo.
Mm-mm.
But I tell you what, too, that was, I think, extraordinary. They talked about giving people guns, you know, like the teachers and getting more people in there to security guards and stuff to give them guns, because they said if they had a gun, they wouldn't do this. Well, guess what? They just found in Florida at that school, security guard was there with the gun.
And he ran, didn't he?
He ran. He stood out there for 15 minutes. He stood out there for 15 minutes and hid because he didn't want to go in there and get shot. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what do you think the teachers are going to do? You know,
same thing.
These guys are they play that game with you, and they had one woman get on there saying, "Well, you guys are just upset. You just love it when this happens because you got white mothers out there crying, and your ratings are up. You were praying for the white women, the mothers, to be out there crying. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, that's stupid. But second of all, to insult us by saying, damn the black women that's crying because their kids are getting murdered. Don't matter. Keep going. But when the white kids get murdered and the white mothers out there crying, you just want to get out there because you know that's going to affect us. You damn right. But you insult the hell out of us, woman. And this woman was right up on the orange guy. But Ronnie, you tell me, man, what you think about this.
Well, I really don't think anything about because they're stupid. You know, in other words, you think that because who you are, but this is what racism and white supremacy is about, Jared.
Yeah.
It's alive and well.
Yeah.
They perpetrate this thing, and they really think they're right. If it's happening, it doesn't matter if it happens to you. It's supposed to happen to you or me, but it's not supposed to happen to them.
I would urge people, all millennials, older people, everybody, go watch some cowboy pictures.
That's right.
You're gonna see the same thing,
right,
over and over. This is what they're doing, the same old garbage. And it ain't about if it wasn't African Americans, it would be the Irish.
That's right.
That's who they used to use as the white
That's
Negro.
Right.
Italians, you know, Jews. They still mistreat Jewish people, but you know, so I know we got to just be aware of that. Another thing is like what we were talking about earlier about who your governor should be, who your representative should be.
Right.
That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where you're going to be able to make the difference. That's where you're going to be able to make the difference. These people that they put in office that refuse to stand up to the NRA, that refuse to do anything about guns, these people, if you had Just think about this now. Y'all think about this. If you had to ask these people before they got elected, will you sit by and let them kill our kids without speaking up? They would have said, no, no.
Nope.
Would you raise the taxes on us and give all the taxes to the rich? No, no. But once they get in office, they feel like we can do what we want. You can't do anything about it. Yes, you can. You can vote them out of office. Vote them out of office. All these young people that are in high school right now, about a year from now, you're going to be voting. Some of you are going to be voting this year. You know what you do? Vote them out of office. Let them know. Make mom and daddy go vote with you, even if they are Republican or whatever. It's not about that. It's about who's going to protect you like you should be protected. Okay?
But I'd like to make a quick statement.
Sure.
Never in history has a Republicans passed a bill that pertains to the middle class or working class people.
Right.
Never in history.
You can't find it.
You can't find it nowhere. Never passed a bill at no time in history that pertains to middle or working class America.
But you can find all kind of Democratic bills
That's right.
that are passed. You know, all your bills, you know, that are passed by Democrats. And people act like they're afraid to speak up about it.
Right.
You know, when I hear people say, well, the shooting is not, the Democrats have been trying to get gun control for a long time. For a long time. So don't try to lump them together. Congress, it's the Republicans.
That's right.
The Republicans. Folks, and then right back here at home, you all got to take it upon yourself. This is why the coalition is the coalition. We know we got to deal with politicians, okay? But, and we know what politicians we need to deal with. So this is why we push so hard here. We go out and we talk to people in the community.
Right.
We get the community on our side, as you're gonna see as we go forward. So I want you to stay tough. I want you to get out and do what you need to do. Don't get so comfortable till you think everything is hunky-dory and okay. Okay? What I want to do, I'm going to take another break and we're going to come back and talk about our closing statements. Okay? We'll be right back.
Hey, loser.
Leave me alone.
When a child shares hurtful comments online, that's bullying. Visit erasebullying.ca to learn how to help your child stand up to cyberbullying.
Okay, so we are back, and we're going to wrap it up, Ronnie, with one of the most beautiful black women in entertainment. I do believe she was the first black, beautiful movie star.
Okay.
Her name was Nina Mae McKinney.
Okay.
She was the first black, and we're gonna take a look at some of the things that she did. You know, things she had to go through, but she was a beautiful woman. I think she might have been a movie star before my mother was born. But you know, we don't get that history.
Right.
You know, we a lot of times when we do a lot of good things like that, like this movie that we just got through looking at.
Okay.
We're talking about right now, and that's the Black Panther.
Right.
What you watch out, and you won't hear about that 5 years from now. They're trying their best to cover up the first black president that we have. So we want to always talk about the accomplishments of African American people, and not just in February.
You know, I'd like to make a quick one. They said when the first 3 days it grossed something like 197 million, and that Friday at 2 o'clock it had grossed 225 million.
Ooh.
And they said, well, it's the highest grossing black movie. No, it's the highest grossing movie ever in history.
Right. And you know what? It is a great movie. I mean, I really was entertained. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
He kicking Star Wars butt. It's giving Star Wars a run for the money. Because everything was technically just
so precise.
So precise. Now, here's a situation. Usually when they put women, and I'm gonna get back to Nina, but usually when they put women in movies like that, it's unbelievable. Because a woman jumps up and breaks the guy's arm off and do that, and that's not believable. But these women in this one were believable. I mean, they look, well, you haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to tell you about it. But they were. I mean, they are absolutely great in there. The characters, every character. And it's funny. Somebody said, well, they had a token white, I said, did he get killed in 5 minutes? But anyway, so, but that was a great movie, and I encourage everybody to go see it. Not because it's a black movie. Go see it because it's a great movie. Yeah,
great
movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. But I'm gonna get back to Nina. Now she's considered one of the most beautiful movie stars in the history of movies, and we're going to give you a little taste of Nina as we leave here. Again, this is Talk Labor, and we're going to see you next week. But continue to watch this show so you can see this clip. You're going to like that. We'll see you next week.
There's rhapsody in rhythm, there's rhapsody in dance, rhapsody in singing brings her sweet romance, rhapsody in music, but give me mine in love. Why, there's rhapsody in churches, and when the choir sings, rhapsody and blues and all the birds in the spring, rhapsody and music, but give me mine in love. Melody in F is so beautiful, and Schubert's serenade, oh, but gosh, when rhapsody and blue is not for me, I'm afraid. Why, there's rhapsody in whistles and in a workman's song that makes his work go easy and the day pass on. Rhapsody and music, but give me mine in love. While there's rhapsody in rhythm, while there's rhapsody in dance, rhapsody in singing brings her sweet romance, rhapsody in music, but give me mine in love, love, love. While there's rhapsody in churches and in a workman's song that makes his work go easy and the days pass on, rhapsody in music, but give me mine in love. Melody in F is so beautiful, oh, and Schubert's serenade, but Gershwin's rhapsody and blue is not for me, I'm afraid. Now hoodle-o-o-o-do, what-diddy, skit-diddy, what-diddy, ba-diddy, but give me mine
care.